Today we will delve into the person of Moses. We will discover the untold story about the prophet Moses. Stay to the end to discover the hidden truth about one of the greatest prophets the Bible recorded. Moses was a Hebrew teacher and leader, considered one of the most important prophets in Judaism, Christianity, Islam, the Baha'i faith, and other Abrahamic religions. In the Quran, he plays an important role and, again, is the most often cited religious figure, who is mentioned 115 times as opposed to Muhammad, who is referred to by name only 4 times in the text. As in the Bible, in the Quran, Moses is a figure who alternately stands for divine or human understanding. According to both the Bible and the Quran, Moses was the leader of the Israelites and lawgiver to whom the prophetic authorship of the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, is attributed. For the purposes of this video, we shall be limiting our research to the Moses of the Christian faith. Now, Moses' father Amram, a Levi, took as his wife another Levi, Jochebed, gave birth to him in a time when his people, the Israelites, an enslaved minority, were increasing in population, and, as a result, Pharaoh, who was worried about this situation, gave an order that all newborn Hebrew boys be killed in order to reduce the population of the Israelites. Moses' Hebrew mother, Jochebed, secretly hid him for 3 months, and when she could no longer hid him, she got a papyrus basket for him and coated it with tar and pitch. Then she placed the child in it and put it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile. His sister stood at a distance to see what would happen to him. Then Pharaoh's daughter went down to the Nile to bathe, and her attendants were walking along the riverbank. She saw the basket among the reeds and sent her female slave to get it. She opened it and saw the baby. He was crying, and she felt sorry for him. "This is one of the Hebrew babies," she said. Then his sister asked Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and get one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you?" "Yes, go," she answered. So the girl went and got the baby's mother. Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take this baby and nurse him for me, and I will pay you." So the woman took the baby and nursed him. When the child grew older, she took him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. She named him Moses, saying, "I drew him out of the water. This was how Moses was adopted." Although the book of Exodus does not give a name to Pharaoh's daughter or to her father, she is referred to in Hebrew as simply the Bat Pharaoh, while some refer to her as Bethia. After killing an Egyptian slave master who was beating a Hebrew, Moses fled across the Red Sea to Midian, where he encountered the angel of the Lord, speaking to him from within a burning bush on Mount Horeb, which he regarded as the mountain of God. It was from there that God sent Moses back to Egypt to demand the release of the Israelites from slavery. Because Moses was a man who could not speak eloquently, God allowed Aaron, his elder brother, to become his spokesperson. And so Moses returned to Egypt to set the Israelite free. With unwavering faith and a staff in hand, Moses returned to Egypt to confront Pharaoh, demanding the liberation of the Israelites. What followed, however, were a series of awe-inspiring miracles, as recorded in Exodus chapter 7. The Bible also recorded that the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, which led to the 10 plagues. It was after the 10th plague, the killing of all firstborn in the land of Egypt, that Pharaoh finally agreed to the release of the Israelite. Through these divine interventions, Moses demonstrated the power of faith and the triumph of righteousness over tyranny. Moses led the exodus of the Israelites out of Egypt and across the Red Sea, after which they based themselves at Mount Sinai, where Moses received the 10 Commandments. But the journey to freedom was not without its trials. The Israelites faced hardship and doubt as they wandered through the wilderness. Yet Moses remained steadfast in his conviction, serving as a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. As they neared the promised land, Moses' journey reached its zenith. Standing atop Mount Sinai, he received the 10 Commandments, a sacred covenant between God and his people, etched in stone for all eternity, as recorded in Exodus 19. After 40 years of wandering in the desert, Moses died on Mount Nebo at the age of 120, within sight of the Promised Land. Moses, though permitted to glimpse the Promised Land, was forbidden from entering it himself. Deuteronomy 34:1-8. And so, with a heavy heart, he passed the mantle of leadership to Joshua, his faithful protege. Till next week, Saturday, when we pick another history from the Bible, click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification. Drop in the comment section any story in the Bible that you want us to research for you. Shalom.